Hello, fellow floater sufferers. It's Tony Paget here again, and this is the visit with the Floater Doctor Part 2. It's now December of 2021, and I had already, as you might have seen in my previous video, I'll put a link in the description below of my previous visits to Dr. Johnson about back in March of 2020. So it's been about, what is that, 20 months, 19 months ago. I had my right eye treated with the laser from Dr. Johnson. I was very pleased with it. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but it went pretty well. Well, about last summer, so June, around June-ish, I started to notice more floaters coming back in my right eye and also in my left eye as well. So decided it was time to get them to get the laser treatment, and I thought, well, maybe it's becoming more popular, so I'll try to go to somebody locally. We're in the Phoenix area. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I found somebody. I will not give the person's doctor's name, but I will say this: I had 3 treatments, spent a lot of money, and not a lot of progress made. It was better, but I didn't notice it markedly better than Dr. Johnson. So that money went out the window because, as if you've been doing your research, you know, insurance does not cover this treatment. So I was disappointed, and I decided to bite the bullet because Dr. Johnson now lives in Texas, works out of Texas, Arlington, Texas to be exact. And that means I got to get on a plane and spend that money and rent a car, etc. But decided to do it because the health of my eyes, and I got to work, and I can't be driving with these things going through my eyes. So here I am. I'm now in Arlington, Texas. A little hint for you. If you're coming here, it is about a 40-minute drive from the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. That's because I hit a lot of traffic coming in around 5 o'clock. Not the best timing, I guess. If I would have done it earlier, maybe. It is a busy town, not a huge town. There's lots of restaurants around, hotels around. I'm staying in the Marriott Courtyard because I can walk to his office from here. I'm expecting to be about a 5-minute walk so that I don't have to drive with my eyes dilated coming back. I probably would have gotten or taken the hotel next door, which is the Residence Inn. I'm in a suite. I'm being here for 3 days, full days, so I'm kind of living here, not much of a sightseer. And I decided to get the suite, but it doesn't have like a normal kind of style kitchen. I thought it would, but it has one of those small refrigerators and a bit of countertop, little microwave. But I think in the Resident Inns, once I've seen them before, is that you get a nice full style kitchen. So if I were to do this again, I would have booked in the Residence Inn, to tell you the truth. But here I am, and I also thought there would be breakfast and dinner here, but because of COVID protocols, those aren't happening at all. So if you're coming here, I would suggest renting a car. I debated doing an Uber, but it's going to end up costing you probably about the same. And plus, you have the freedom of getting in the car, getting your groceries, bringing them back. I picked up one on Priceline for 4 days pretty cheaply for about $230. This hotel, I don't remember what it cost, but it wasn't too expensive. I think it was $130 a night. Check your local guides. I'm on off season right now between Thanksgiving and Christmas, so I did that. Plus the flight here, you can check your cost and your flight. So you can see the costs are adding up. I have high expectations for Dr. Johnson this time around. That's it for now. I'll tell you what I have here. My right eye has very thin, squiggly floaters, little speckly floaters, and there's one, I don't even know if it's a floater or not, but it's quite fuzzy and transparent. It's not your darker floater. This is more of a cloudy thing, but maybe it depends on how far close it is to the lens or the retina that makes that shape. So I think it's been messy in the right eye. The left eye, I have one chunk down here that every time I look up, I can see it and it floats down, and a few. So this will be my first treatment for my left eye. But my right eye needs treatment again. I don't think my left eye needs 2 treatments, which comes in. He does 2 treatments for the first one. But let's see what he recommends. I'm here through 4 days. Actually, it's Tuesday today, Wednesday, Thursday. Go back on Friday. I've left the Friday morning open just in case he wants to do a fourth treatment if he thinks that's necessary. No, it's a lot of investment. It's a lot of money. I've been saving up for this treatment because insurance doesn't cover it, but it is for my own mental health because I have found that the eye floater, the treatment helps a lot. So that's that. I will report later the next time I have a chance to let you know how it went and how Dr. Johnson's doing. Take care. Bye. Hi, it's now Wednesday, and I had my first treatment yesterday with Dr. Johnson. As I expected, the walk from the hotel was about 5 minutes, not that long. You can actually see it from the balcony that I'm on. Easy, go up to the second floor. He's up on the second floor. You'll be able to see his office, find his office quite easily. And walked right in. He looks to be in good spirits. Office is kind of the same as the one back in California. He's got the walls gray, and I think that's to help with people's floaters. I've never asked him that question. I should ask him why he's painted the walls gray. But the same YAG laser, the same treatment as before, so I won't go into all the specifics of the sounds and how he adjusts you, but he does dilate. The good news I wasn't expecting is that he could do both eyes in the same day. It's because I'm a previous patient of his. He normally wouldn't do both eyes in the same day. The right eye, he took a bit of a while to get through. When he first, before I go into the treatment, he takes that light and shines in an eye, and he says, I can't see anything. And that's what he said before. But then when he gets up into the microscope or the YAG laser or whatever it's called, and he looks inside the eye, he could see the floaters, and he zapped them away. More time on the right eye than the left. The left didn't have a lot in it. It had that one chunk that I talked about, plus some fuzzy stuff. And I think I could say overall, things are definitely better. There's a lot less floaters in the eyes, but there's still some residual. There is now a little dot that comes up in my vision. Maybe it's a residual of that thing that he zapped, the larger one, and a little bit of a swirly thing or a wispy, like a whispery kind of thing in my left eye. If you can get that, at least that dot out, I'd have less paid attention to my floaters if you can get that dot out. The right eye still has a bit of a cobwebby, like almost a constellation of stars in the top right and the bottom left a little bit, but it's cleared up a lot better than, say, the first treatment I had with the doctor I had in Arizona. I'm proud to say that, so happy to say that. So I'm going back today. We're going to discuss what's best to do next. Probably this is going to be my last day of treatment because I don't think there's much more you can do after this one, just trying to clean things up in both eyes. That means even though I scheduled 3 days, only really needed 2, and that's because I thought he would have to do both eyes separately. So keep that in mind if you're coming back for a second time. You may want to put some flexibility in your schedule. I'd really rather not stay in a hotel for another day. Do nothing. I could drive around, I guess, but just keep that in mind. If you can make a flexible ending time on your hotel dates or your schedules for your flights, car, etc., great. If not, okay, just do some sightseeing, I guess. We'll see what happens. But anyway, overall better than how I was seeing yesterday. Still some stuff to clean up. Fingers crossed he can clean up most of it. I doubt if he'll be able to get all of it because he has to be able to see it to be able to zap it. And they might be just too light for him to small for him to see. Let's see. And I'll come back tomorrow, hopefully with a good report. Fingers crossed.
Well, hello, fellow floater sufferers. Tony Paget here with an update on how well did my floater treatment go with Dr. Johnson with the YAG laser treatment. He did 2 treatments in both eyes, 1 treatment per eye, one per each eye in one day, and the second treatment for each eye in the next day. So did it on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. So I was there. I had scheduled a hotel for another day just in case we needed the extra treatment. Not needed. So I kind of stuck around the hotel, kind of wasted my time there. But oh well, it is what it is. So how good is it, or how bad is it? It's been about a week and a half since I had the treatment. The first few days, I was so noticing the remaining floaters that I think I was over noticing them. I was really like looking at them, and I said, I still got this kind of constellation dots in my eyes here. Left eye, pretty clear, except for maybe like I would say a hairline, fairly translucent floater. So the left eye has done remarkably well, and there was less to treat. I think it was pretty. There was that one chunk I had, and I think in a couple other things, but he got it pretty well. The right eye, as I said, first I started noticing, but now that I've had a week and a half, and I've noticed when I'm driving or riding in the car and talking outside, I don't really notice it that much. They're less noticeable. They're less annoying. So where I was maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like I can't even live with these things, to 10 is like it's clear as blue sky day. I think I started out as around a 4 or 5, like they're really irritating me when I was doing computer work and stuff. So now I'm about a 7 or 8. And if it depends on the time of day, and if I'm looking up into blue sky, yeah, there I can see it. But if I'm just doing normal activities, not trying to think about it, it's easier not to think about them this way, especially driving, computer work. Yeah, I'm doing computer work. I look over here, I see a white screen, I see like a hairline, translucent thing. Nothing that if it really bothers me, I can use these over my glasses or sunglasses while I'm driving, which helps a lot and which will make it up to maybe a 9. Or I can use the drops. I don't have them necessarily near me. Those drops also help to dissipate and make my overall feeling and annoyance or good feeling go from a 7 to maybe an 8, 9. It's not going to be perfect. You all please remember this. This is not going to be perfect. As a matter of fact, this is my second time seeing him. The first time I only had my right eye done. This time I had both. It's really up to you. If you feel that these are annoying to you, to the part you just like you wake up and like well, I would wake up, go to the bathroom. My sink is white, and most sinks are white, and I got a bit of a bright light. I look, there goes a floater. Goes start off my day already kind of irritated. Now I'm doing brush my teeth in the morning. I might see a little bit, but I go, okay, it's not a big deal. It's kind of like a fly just was past me. That was it. So overall, I am pretty happy with it. And I was expecting this. So all in cost, not cheap to do this. But for peace of mind, if you can save up the money and do it, I'd highly recommend it. But I also highly recommend that no matter before you make that decision, have that consultation with Dr. Johnson. He is an honest guy. He stands by his work. He doesn't say it's going to be, he doesn't promise anything that it's going to be perfect. He says, let's do one the first day and come back and talk about it the next and see how you're doing. And remember, as I said, I did spend some money on my right eye with somebody here in the local area in Phoenix, and I didn't get anywhere near these results. It was like this person was just playing video games and shooting things she thought she was shooting. It's just, you need a professional. That's all they do. And I think Dr. Johnson is one of maybe 2 or 3 in the U.S. that does this all the time and does it really well. So I would give it a thumbs up overall. Really pleased with it. That's my verdict. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Hope this helps you all to understand and weigh your options on if this is something you want to do as a step beyond which I think is a vitrectomy, which is, to me, at this point in my life, is a little bit too high risk yet. I don't want to get to that point yet, as long as the floaters can be treated with a laser, and I'm at the point where I kind of don't notice them. Okay? Thank you for watching. Hope this helps. Bye.